Hi everyone, you're watching the Asian American Herald, a new media network featuring the Asian Americans of New York. You can also watch a recording of this show and all of our previous episodes from our Facebook page, Asian American Herald. My name is Shruti Natanmai, and I'm a student at the Fashion Institute of Technology, writer, and creative who was born and raised in the Capital Region. Today, I'm super excited to speak with Neil Nair, a world record-holding young musician with 107 instruments under his belt, along with a multitude of other talents. Neil, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for inviting to your show. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. So I'd like to start off by asking you to take a minute to introduce yourself and tell our viewers a little bit more about your background. So like, where did you grow up? What are some of your interests in addition to music?
So yes, I'm Neil Nair. I'm 14 years young. I live in Elk Grove, California. So Elk Grove is the next city to Sacramento. I'm in 10th grade and I do online schooling with Connections Academy. Yeah.
Cool. So what do you like to do like outside of music?
Oh, what I like to do? Do martial arts, dancing, gymnastics, painting, and drawing.
Wow. All right. So what kind of dance?
Like Bollywood dance, break dance, hip hop, different dances I like to do.
That's awesome. So how long have you been, let's start with dance and then we can go to martial arts. So how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing for 7 years.
All right, cool. And what about martial arts?
Martial arts, I've been doing for 7 years.
All right. So do you still do both of those things, or have you kind of moved along?
Well, actually, I am black belt in martial arts, so I'm still. Oh, actually, I stopped martial arts, but now I'm going to next level karate. So I'm moving into that new style.
Awesome. All right, man of many talents.
Of course.
So obviously, we are here because you are just mind-blowingly talented and hardworking when it comes to music. So I'd like to ask you, how did you get started in the world of music?
Well, the story, it started from when I was in the mother's womb. And my dad borrowed a book from the library. And in that book, he read one line which said, if you give Mozart music to the womb, then the child will become a musician. Now, when I was 3 years young, my parents gave me a mini drum set, and my dad told me to play drum set. I said no, because I was like this little.
Yeah.
And, of course, and also that drum set has been sitting there for 2 years until I was 6 years young, and my parents took me to a free drum class. And in just 2 days, I was playing at the same level as a kid who has been playing for 2 years. And I was like, what? So then after that, after a few classes of drums, then I decided to go. So then after that, I decided to stick with drums. Yeah.
Okay. So you started with the drums.
Yes.
So once you started with that and kind of continued with that instrument, what made you realize that learning and mastering instruments was your passion?
Well, for some reason is that, I was playing the drums for a few months. Then after that, I felt bored. I didn't felt like satisfied with the drums. Then
Okay.
after that, I went to guitar. Then still, I still had that pull, which like wanted me to learn more instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And also I had that dedication. I want to learn more instruments. I want to like grow my brain, like with all the knowledge.
Yeah, for sure. Do you remember what instrument you started playing after the drums?
It was the piano. Then I went to the guitar, flute, saxophone, and all these.
Yeah.
instruments.
Yeah. So you were very. Did you find it hard to change from, or difficult to kind of switch from the drums to like a instrument that uses a reed to just a wind instrument? Did you find that transition difficult, or did it kind of come naturally to you?
Um, Sometimes it came naturally, sometimes it came difficult, but
Yeah.
still I managed to, you know, do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Um, I know that dedication is very impressive, especially at a young age, because I mean, even I played guitar. I know a lot of people who started an instrument at a young age, but like staying with that instrument when you're that little takes a lot of dedication. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so now, like currently, on a day-to-day basis, approximately how long do you practice your instruments?
I practice about 8 hours a day.
8 hours. Or
Yes.
every day?
Yes, every day.
Awesome. Okay, so do you have a particular schedule or like routine for when you practice?
Um, yes, actually, because I play music by ear, and also I read music sheets.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my procedure, in like each day, I would try to play my instruments. Whenever I get time, I do in different instruments, and then after that, I might make my own songs. Try to like experiment with them, and sometimes I would make like different music. Like new generation music. So
Yeah. So so tell me about your experimenting. Do you like to write songs or
I do like to write songs. I haven't written many songs yet, but I'm still, and because after like writing the first song, it's not good. But then after writing many songs, you get that experience. So I'm trying to like, get that experience for writing songs.
yeah, so do you like writing just instrumental music or with lyrics, or tell me about that?
Well, sometimes I like to write instrumental music, and sometimes I might connect the instrumental music with the lyrics
Mm-hmm.
to make it sound better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
So I know when I used to take flute lessons or things like that, they would every lesson would start off with I would have to play scales and then I would have to do something else and then some technique warm up. So have you kind of structured, or what kind of structure do you have to allow yourself to master these instruments?
Well, from my experience from learning a new instrument is how I would learn a new instrument is first uh I would try it by myself. I try to see how it works, what's the tuning of the strings, or in any musical instrument, if it's strings or if it's a woven instrument, and I'll try to figure it out myself. And if I don't get it, then I will look on YouTube to look for videos how to play which instrument, or I might read a book, or I might get a teacher because I have approximately 82 teachers from around the world.
Wow. So how do you coordinate that? How do you keep track of all that?
Well, social media. So that's why I came to know with these teachers, because without teachers, it's good to learn by yourself, but when you learn
Mhm.
from the teacher, you get you get more information from the
For
teacher.
sure.
And then at the same time you can apply that information onto your instrument.
Yeah. So how are you going about these classes during the pandemic?
Well, right now I'm taking the classes online.
Okay.
So yeah, of
Okay.
course everything's online.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Do you find I know with online classes, like especially when it comes to music, there's issues with audio and stuff like that, especially when it comes to pitch and stuff. So have you found it more difficult to take classes online or
Well, when I take online classes, it does look difficult. You know, it's for me it looks fine.
yeah,
So I mean I like online classes, but I feel like to person much better. I feel
for sure.
yeah.
For sure. Yeah. All right. So speaking of practice, would you be able to play a little something on two different instruments that you've been working on?
Oh, of course, of course. Yeah, first before I play, I want to just tell, something about the instrument so that
Yeah, please.
yeah, that'll be awesome. So this instrument I have here is a very different instrument. This is called the darbuka. So the darbuka is a percussion instrument from Egypt.
Okay.
So it has a different sound. So it's kind of like playing like it has the same similar sound like a conga, but it's like has that more of that rich sound. So it's like more of the rich sound. And if you look at that's all it's all like all those pharaohs, Egyptian.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
And also,
really
the
pretty.
instrument is made of clay.
Awesome. That's really pretty. Yeah.
And next instrument I have with me is this. So I might be thinking it's not a violin. It's not a violin. Well, it's you can say it's a Chinese violin, but this instrument is called the Chinese erhu. So this instrument is from China. It's a bowed instrument. It has two strings. And this bow is made of bamboo. And one more thing which is special about this instrument is that the skin is made of snake skin, python.
Wow. Awesome. That's really cool.
And then you have the sound hole, which I like. I like I like how it looks like. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
You have the head, neck, the tuning pegs. So this is how it sounds like. Let's give you a demo. I'll show you when I'm playing with the whole instrument. So, and the last instrument I have here. Well, I mean, not the last. I mean, this is the sitar, and this is a string instrument from India. So big. So over here you have like the soundboard. So you can see that it's kind of like a guitar, but has more strings. And underneath we have the sympathetic strings, which are called tarab. Then you have all the tunings here. Then you have those beads. These beads are called fine tuning pegs. So we just fine tune the tuning. And you have the frets. And the frets, even you can move the frets, which is really awesome, which you cannot do on the guitar.
Yes.
So anyways, I will play a small piece for you.
Yes. Awesome. That was incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So did you arrange that? Did you put that together?
No, actually, right over here, you show this is my loop station. So in this case, how it works that I loop the track, and then it plays a track, so it loops it, and then at the same time I can add another instrument. So that's how it works.
Awesome. So did you
No, I
write
just,
this, or
improvised
is this you improvised it right now? Awesome. That's incredible. Do you do this a lot,
Yes,
like when you're practicing?
If I get some free time, I'll like improvise it with my loop station. So it's very fun.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Thank you so much.
So what made you put those three instruments together?
So, well, how I did it just now was that first I was thinking of, so before I came to you, before playing the music, I was thinking which instrument should I put. So in this case, I just chose quickly this one, this one, this one. And when I created the piece, I just played it. So that's how it works, Sometimes there's some time you don't have a plan and you just do it, and it works sometimes.
Awesome. Yeah. You don't always need a plan. Honestly, I feel like the best things come out of not having a plan sometimes. That's incredible. So, okay, so you showed us 3 instruments, but obviously you can play 104 more.
Of course.
So, tell me a bit about the process of qualifying for a world record. So what went into you receiving that title? Did you have to play for somebody or prove yourself somehow?
Well, let's go back to where we started. So when I was at the age of 11, I had 12 instruments, and I was thinking, hey, maybe I can make a world record out of this. So I checked on Google if someone made a record, but someone made a record for at the age of 23 for playing 27 instruments. So at the age of 12, I made my first world record for playing 44 different musical instruments. And that I got my world record from the Assist World Records. So I can show you right here.
Yeah.
So here it is. Assist World Records.
Awesome.
And then then I made my second world record for playing 107 musical instruments at the age of 13. And I did from the Cisco Records and World Records India. So here it is.
Awesome. So did you, in order to get these titles, did you have to like submit, like prove that you could actually play all these instruments?
Yes, I had to send them a video that I can show that to show them that I can play all these instruments.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, and so are you currently trying to beat yourself with that record? Are you satisfied with the 107? Are you still learning more instruments?
Well, actually, in my 107 musical instrument list, I added 4 more instruments. So
Okay.
I'm going to break my world record again. So
Yeah.
because
That's
yes,
that's incredible.
yes, and I have more goals coming. So, um, my first goal is to make my first album, which will have 107 musical instruments in one track. Now, due to the pandemic, it got delayed. But I promise that this album will be out next year. It's in spring, so it's coming up. And
Yeah.
also, the next goal is I am going to write a book for the children. So about these instruments. So and
So
which will come with the app also.
awesome. So, okay, so let's start with the album. So, for the album, do you intend for it to be just an instrumental album, or are you going to write like songs with lyrics, or what are you kind of leaning towards for that?
Well, right now I've written some songs. So there's some songs which are only instrumental, and I have 2 songs which will be lyrics with the vocal. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And then the book. You want to write a children's book about music?
Yes, that's some kind of plan. I
Okay.
haven't wrote anything yet, but I'm just planning.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Plans are always good.
Yeah.
So, do you intend so what's the purpose of the book? Do you want to kind of teach kids how to play music, teach kids about music, or just like a fictional story?
Well, if you ask me now, I don't know yet, but I have to plan. So I still haven't decided yet.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But actually, I'm thinking of on the book I'm want to like show the children what the instrument does, and also want to show them where is it from, how it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially the history behind instruments is super interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, because there's so many different stories. Even like you said, the Egyptian instrument, even the design on it with the pharaohs, like there's history behind that, which is very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, so that great idea. Love the plan. So since you receive these titles and you like have a world record, how has your life changed? How has your life changed since receiving that title? Have you gotten more opportunities?
I will say my life changed after getting these two world records, because now I got lots of opportunities. So let me show you. This is the opportunity. So I came in the Sacktown Best of the City. Here it is. So this is the magazine, Poly Musical Phenom.
That's awesome. When was this?
This was last year.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's another magazine which I came in, Ardent of Life. And here it is. This is like I think 2 years before. So that was when I was 12. So and also I came on Indian newspaper. So this is India West. Right, here you go. India West here. So,
Okay, awesome.
and here it is. Right here. That's me with the harp.
Cool. And so when was this?
This was, I think, last 2 years. I think 2017.
Okay.
And also, I came on many news channels which changed my life. I came on Fox 40, ABC 10, Good Sacramento, Univision. So, which was really awesome. And also, I performed for the Sacramento Kings. So, if you don't know about them, they're like the basketball game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I performed for them, and also I performed for the Harlem Globetrotters.
All right. So, what were those experiences like?
I mean, the biggest stage I have ever performed on was the Sacramento Kings. That was the biggest. It was like at the Golden One Center. It was so big, and which also bring up my confidence, which was
Yeah.
really awesome. And also, I want to show you one more thing is that here I can show you my poster. Here's my picture and all the instruments. So about lighting by mistake, but you know. And also, this autograph is by Jill Biden, right here.
All right. That's incredible.
Yes.
That's wow.
Yeah. And yeah. So I have a lot of things in my mind.
Yeah. So, were you nervous or before you played for these crowds?
On that day when I started performing, at the age of 7, I had no nervous until, after doing many performances, I had no nervous, like
Yeah.
none.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I look forward to seeing everything that you're a part of in the future, because you're very talented. Obviously, not just talented, very hardworking. So that's.
And another thing that I'm in acting also, and I have an acting agency. So.
All right, awesome.
So right now, of course, of this pandemic, everything got closed, but I'm still auditioning. I think in this week I auditioned for the Gap Clothing, and I've been with the agency for 1 year.
Okay.
So I hope to come in commercials and movies and TV shows. So yeah.
I believe in you. You got this.
Thank you.
So I have one last question for you, which you kind of already touched on a little bit. So you're 14 years old right now, which
Yes.
means that you have ways to go in regards to your career. So looking forward, what goals do you have for yourself as a musician or even outside of the world of music? Do you wish to go into other industries, as you said, film, entertainment?
Well, in the future, in the next 5 years, I'm looking forward to getting my music degree and also becoming a music director.
Awesome. Do you ever see yourself working with music for films or composing?
Yes, I'm looking into that also. I'm looking right now. I'm just looking how to compose music for film. So I'm doing that also, and which is like a very big experience for me. So it was awesome.
Definitely. Well, I'm sure you will get there. I totally am rooting for you. And yeah, you have so many different talents, and even your dance and your karate and taekwondo, like all of those things, like nothing goes to waste. So all of those things I'm sure will work together in your future, which is incredible. So I will be looking out for your name in music and in film. So thank you so much for joining us this evening.
And also thank you for inviting me to your show. It was so honored to meet you. So.
Of course, it was amazing meeting you as well. I had a great time talking to you.
I hope to come again. Yeah.
Yes, of course. You are always welcome back. And please do let us know if your album releases or your book or your movie or your television show. We will be watching. So,
thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone watching for joining us this evening on the Asian American Herald. I'm Shruti Natanmai, and our wonderful guest for today was Neil Nair. The Asian American Herald is a Facebook-based news media outlet dedicated to discussing topics and building community amongst the Asian Americans in New York. Please send us your story ideas and look for the recording of this show on our Facebook page. Thank you again and have a good evening.